Hello everybody, this is Laraika Larai, and this is going to be my reading of the 7.4 preliminary patch notes, which just updated today. So I'm pretty excited to look through these. Just as a note of caution, these are not going to include any job changes that will be coming in the next update. Those are always saved for the complete patch notes, which go up when the servers go down. So we're going to be looking for that on probably early Tuesday morning, our time. So yeah. So no job changes here, unfortunately. So let's have a look. So we've got playable content, battle system, items, system, all of that, etc. Okay. Yeah, so playable content, battle system, we've got PvP, crystalline conflict, front lines, got items, got graphical update, and system. I'm interested to see what's in the graphical update. They usually update the graphics for a whole bunch of gear in every single update, so I'm really curious about that. So let's get started. So, playable content, we've got quests. New main scenario quests have been added. We've got Alphinaud and Alisaie in Solution 9, it looks like, with Alisaie leading Alphinaud away. I'm wondering if she's leading him out of the game eventually. You think he needs a holiday for an expansion or two, to be perfectly honest. Here's Wuklamart talking to what seems to be some young Chirali people. I'm curious what this is going to be about. And quests we've got with the winds. So these are always unknowns. Let's see how many we have. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think that's a pretty average patch in terms of quest numbers. It's always hard to judge the actual length of the main scenario quests by the number of quests, because sometimes these quests are like, talk to 3 people and that's it, and sometimes they're like, here's a dungeon and a trial and a solo instance that takes you 45 minutes. So yeah, Chronicles of a New Era quests have been added. These are the dedicated kind of side questy categories. We've got the Arcadian, we've got the 2 Surfer Bros, we've got the Elden, probably heavyweight champion here. Quests, we've got Feral Fandom, wonderful. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is more quests than normal because we only get 4 fights. So there's going to be probably a couple of quests here that are primarily just story driven. Maybe figuring out the mystery of who the president is and things like that. It's probably going to be Matem, if I had to guess. Players can now teleport directly to the Phantom Village from the Aetheryte in Tuliolol. Oh my god, I'm so happy with this. It's so annoying having to teleport to the Wachumaki Meki point and then just going to the teleport point and then running all the way there. Alpha and Omega will now visit more areas! Oh, I love this. Tuliolol, Solution 9, Okapacha, Kazuma-Uka, Yuctel, Shaloni, and Heritage Band. So, they don't end up in living memory, but otherwise they're in all of the Dawntrail areas. Oh, I can't wait to see the screenshots of these two and, like, where they are. They're always so adorable. New chapters have been added to New Game Plus. Final chapter of each quest must be completed before it can be unlocked. Chronicles of a New Era quest, the Arcadian, that makes sense because it's finished, but oh! Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad these are being added. It really bothers me. It's bothered me for a really long time that you've never been able to redo the crafter quests, the crafting and gathering quest, like role quests from each expansion. Yeah, delivery objectives for collectibles will be automatically completed for these New Game Plus Crafter Gatherer quests, requiring only to speak with the target NPC to progress. Yeah, I'm guessing they had to work this out, because otherwise you could just infinitely farm them for XP. But I'm so glad that they worked out how to do this, because I really like some of these quests, and the inability to actually New Game Plus them has always been kind of sad to me, so yeah. Oh, that's a huge relief. Treasure Hunt. Rewards for Lobo skin treasure maps, Brash skin treasure maps, and Gargantua skin treasure maps have been adjusted. Rewards in Cenote, Jaja Goral, and Voltaneron have been adjusted. So yeah, this is just updates for things in treasure maps. Probably some new materials for Glam, if I had to guess. Granted free companies. The following additions and adjustments have been made to subaquatic voyages. New nautical maps have been added. New areas have been added. New items have been added. And submersible rank has been increased from 135 to 140. Yeah, nothing odd there. I'm not very active in the FC that I'm a part of, so none of this really matters to me. Furnishings from the FF14 Furnishing Design Contest have been added. Let's see, we've got... Oh, I love this stew. That's a really nice stew, and you've got a nice little platter here. And a little like card reading, that's like a tarot reading table. It's kind of adorable, I have to admit. I kind of love it. A frozen pond in the garden. New furnishings have been added. Oh. Began. I love it. It's just wonderful. And just this is like a DJ booth, I think. Like an electro DJ booth. I love it. Oh, these are gorgeous too. I love these desk designs. Dang. I'm just really happy with these. Just like Xenos' wardrobe here. New Orchestrion roles have been added. Yeah, these will be the Orchestrion roles for all of the new content, like the trial, the dungeon, the raid, etc. New aquarium fish have been added. Cool. I don't really use the aquarium, so new flower pots also don't really use these, but you can now get tea flower seeds and you can presumably grow tea, which is nice. New prizes are available for purchasing using MGP. So yes, they've added new prizes to the Gold Saucer, as well as the new gate. Cialdoli's themed stage has been added to Air Force One. Ah, okay. The following adjustments were made to the lottery-determined gate schedule. This is every hour on the hour. You get the Cialdoli's Cliffhanger, or one of the 3 Leap of Faith courses. 20 minutes past the hour, you get Any Way the Wind Blows, The Slice is Right, and the Gold Saucer Air Force One, or like one of these. And then at 40 minutes past the hour, you either get The Slice is Right, one of the 3 Leap of Faith courses, and all the Cialdoli's Air Force One. So that makes sense. There's kind of 2 opportunities for it to show up, at least now. That gives everybody a good chance of managing to get in. Usable Triad cards, that's fairly standard. New character voices have been added to Doom and Mahjong. Wonder who it is. After completing the side quest, every little thing she does is Mahjong, and the main story quest Heavenswood. Okay. I'm wondering if this is Heavenswood character voices then, like maybe Aymeric. I don't know if Estinian's in there already. I don't really play Mahjong very much. But maybe Aymeric will be here, or maybe some of the other Heavenswood characters. It'd be funny if you get Archbishop Thordan. That would be great. Or heck, King Thordan. I want the King Thordan voice. I want him to yell ultimate and like, the power is mine. Following additions adjustments made to Wondrous Tales. Prices available in exchange for gold and silver have been adjusted. I wonder if there's anything in silver that this is probably just the armor adjustment, like the change to gear. But I have to admit, if they've added anything else to silver, I might have to have a look. So they have like 5 silver certificates or something at the moment. Following G has been added as objectives: Mistwake, Sandoria the Second Walk, Walk Chirta Triumph. I wonder if this is under Frontlines or if it's its own thing. Following additions and adjustments made to Faux Hollows. Wreath of Snakes Unreal has become Tsukiyomi's Pain. We've got a new mount. It's one of these. I have to admit, I have no interest in getting this, so good luck to you all. I can't remember what that is actually. It's just like a bomb. It's one of those rock bomb things. Oh, changes to the Judo Recorder, the least useless system ability in the game. I am sarcastic, of course. At least they've changed the Everkeep to Angel's Necropolis, I guess. I'm not even going to talk about this. I don't know why it exists. New hairstyle for Viera. Let's see what we got. Oh, I have to admit this one's kind of cute. Oh, and for Hrothgar. These are nice. I like that you can have these now. That's like a really nice hairstyle. Like, I have that one. I don't really use it. Like, Mirae has a very determined hairstyle at this point, so I don't really change it for her. She looks very weird with other hairstyles. But yeah, I am glad that Hrothgar and Viera get more hairstyles. That's always a good thing. Following headgear items will now display when one Viera and Hrothgar. Yay! Newly available. Leisure and Knitcap. Arcanauts part of Fending +1? Arcanauts part of Maiming +2? What are these? Huh. Slam Striker's Visor. I'll have to think. These items were made available to Hrothgar previously, and they're newly available to Viera. Okay. I'm not going to read all of these, but if you are a Viera player, congratulations, you can now wear more hats. Have a look here and see if there is anything you really want. Following headgear items will now allow Viera to toggle the display of their ears. It's quite a good, it's quite a good spread. Following additions and adjustments we made to emotes. New emotes have been added. Aww. This is probably from PvP. I don't know, like, you're probably asking why, but it's just because they have a new PvP emote in the season, and they're not usually PvP related. So my guess is this is going to be the level 5 Crystalline Conflict, like, PvP series reward. It's like, my precious book. I need this one, though. I mean, I always get the emotes from PvP, but I definitely need this one, because this is just so me, just preciously holding my book. I can just be like, this is my PhD thesis, do not steal. A torch has been added to indicate whether an emote can be executed while using a torch fashion accessory. Oh, that's nice. The list order of emotes has been changed as a result. Okay. Oh, they changed the names. Oh, that makes sense, because there's, like, different versions of them. There's, like, 2 versions of these that you can get on the Mog Station with different colors, so that kind of makes sense. Okay, and they've adjusted the icons. That makes sense. Battle system. New dungeon Mistwake has been added. It's Treno there. From an unknown quest during the MSQ. Item level 6 has been added to Underkeep and Miso Terminal. New trial has been added. Hell on Rails. Hell on Rails Extreme. Oh my god, the Hell on Rails Extreme icon is perfect. I love this. I might need to come back and save this later. This is so cute. The glare, fantastic. Can only be accessed via the Raid Finder. Yeah, it's fairly standard requirements. Average item level 760 or above. That just requires you to have current item level, basically, as of this update. Party size 8 players, time limit 60 minutes. Yeah, that's all fairly standard. You get it from the Wandering Minstrel, which makes sense. So you can use pay in Unreal, fairly standard. Item level requirement 695. Party size 8. Yeah, and you unlock this from Faux Leaves, and then it just gets added to your... Yeah, you get this from Faux Leaves, and then it just gets added to your Raid Finder. The drop rate for the Wings of Knighthood has been increased. These are the ones from Recollection Extreme. So yeah, you'll have a better chance. You'll have a better chance to get that from the actual raid. And also you can now buy it with totems. So if you have 99 of those totems from fighting Zilenia, congratulations, you can now buy the Wings of Knighthood. The new raid dungeon, AAC Heavyweight Tier, has been added. Fantastic. This is the arena where you fight Bat Lady. like Bat Vampire Lady. Requirements just unknown. Okay, so Feral Fandom does not actually unlock a fight, so that's definitely something to know. So that's an introductory quest, basically. I'm guessing this is probably the second quest. Oh yeah, it is definitely the second quest, because you have to complete the first quest to get it, and that's the only one we have the name for. Heavy Hollow Helm, so yes, is fairly standard. So basically, you can get one token per fight per week from normal, and you can trade these in for gear. Yeah, and this tells you how much. So this is something to think about, because we have... I'm trying to think. We have like 3 to 4 weeks before Savage drops. We have like 3 full weeks, and then like the reset of the 4th week happens just before Savage comes out. So have a think about whether you want any of these things and then aim for them. If you want the legs or the body, you'll only be able to get one of these a week because you need to get tokens from all 4 fights. You could also get a head and some hands per week, or some feet. You get two out of 3 of these. You could also get 4 accessories, because they only cost 1. So yeah, have a think about that in terms of your own like gearing plans with Savage coming out. AAC Heavyweight Tier Savage will not be accessible until Tuesday, January 6th at 2 AM PST, 10 AM GMT. Yeah, so this is the time for me. So this is about 2 hours after the weekly reset happens. So yeah. For those of you who are looking to prog week 1, you may want to be grinding out some tomestones for some dungeons like prior to this. If you're not planning on doing day 1 raid prog, or at least you're not getting in like as soon as the servers go up, don't worry too much about this. But yeah, it's definitely something to keep in mind that during that first week of Savage, you'll have a 4th week of tomes, which means at 450 a week, we can get 1,800 tomes before the end of the first week of Savage, which is quite a lot. So just be careful about that, and definitely factor it into your gearing plans if you're planning on progging Savage like I am. And of course we've got Vamp Lady and the Surfer Bros here, looking fantastic. Grand Champions weapon coffer. So we have the Grand Champions set this time, and of course we get the Savage from speaking to Gabbro in Solution 9 once it unlocks. It's good to know. These are the general rules of Savage. I don't think anything here has changed. Let's just read through it. These are the rewards. Regardless of whether your party contains a player replaying a duty prior to the weekly reset or not, 1 treasure coffer will appear. There are 1 to 4 players in your party replaying a duty. The number of treasure coffers appearing upon completion will decrease. Players who are replaying the duty are not eligible to receive rewards. If there are 5 to 7 players in your party replaying a duty, no treasure coffers will appear. So this is like standard rules, basically. By selecting duty completion, players will not be matched with those who have already completed the duty. In addition to gear, players will receive AAC Illustrated Heavyweight Edition from each area, which can be exchanged for gear of your choosing. I think this is fairly standard. It's like 8 for the weapon, 4 for the head, 6 for the body, 4 for the hands, 6 for the legs, 4 for the feet, 3 for the accessories. Is this I think this is standard. 4, 4, 3. Yeah, I think this is fairly normal. I don't think any of this has changed recently. Following duties have been added to the Raid Finder: Hell on Rails Extreme, Tsukuyomi's Pain Unreal, and the 4 Savages. These are Heavyweight M4, Heavyweight M3. And the Duty Finder, you can now do Necron, Windward Wilds, which is the Arkveld Extreme Trial, and the Cruiserweight ones just standardly through the Duty Finder now. Players will now receive the power of the Echo in both the Aegis Necropolis and its extreme variant, so that's fairly normal. You get a 5% Echo effect boost, which goes up to 25%. I believe, yeah, if the player still restarts battling for less than 3 minutes, they will not be granted this effect. This is basically if you're actually attempting to clear it and failing, as opposed to just kind of repeatedly dying to see if you can get a 25% boost. The following adjustments were made to Sandoria, the second walk. Yeah, weekly restrictions on rewards obtained from coffers has been removed. Weekly restriction on obtaining Montion coins has been removed. So you can now get infinite coins and infinite gear from like repeatedly farming this every week. Sorry, I'm just coughing slightly. See, this is fairly standard. You'll need these coins as well as the coins from Juno to upgrade Tome Gear the third time, in addition to the coin that will drop from the final raid. But that's not really something you have to worry about for another 4 months-ish, so yeah. Completing Pilgrim's Traverse challenge log entries. Rewards will now be stored temporarily in the loot list should your inventory be full. Okay. So basically if your inventory is full, you don't permanently lose these. Like, yeah, okay. So I'm guessing that was an issue before if your inventory was full. While undertaking deep dungeon duties in the event all party members disconnect, progress will now be restored upon logging back in within 10 minutes of the disconnect. Should all players log back in within the 10-minute window, it will not be counted as a wipe. However, it will be counted if you are KO'd in the short while your character remains after disconnecting. It will also be counted as a wipe if all other party members disconnect while one or more party members are KO'd. Okay, yeah, so this is just something to bear in mind. This is a good bit of leeway. It doesn't necessarily change whether your wipe will wipe your record, but it does give you a little bit of grace. So that's nice. Yeah. Following additions we made to the Arcot Crescent South Horn. I knew these were coming in this update, because that's how they were included in the live letter. 3 new Phantom jobs, Phantom Mystic Knight, Phantom Gladiator, and Phantom Dancer have been added. New accessories offering bonus effects only active on the Arcot Crescent have been added. Equipping these accessories while on the Arcot Crescent will grant a number of effects, including increased parameters and increased potency of certain actions. These accessories can be found, albeit rarely, as rewards from critical encounters, treasure coffers in the field, treasure coffers revealed by persistent pots, and happy bunnies that offer you treasure. So basically, any form of Arcot Crescent like main content other than just generic fates are able to give you these. New items are available from the Expedition Antiquarian on the South Horn. New items are available from treasure coffers in the field. Well, presumably that's these, but maybe this is also in addition. The variant action variant Eagle Eye Shot has been added for use in variant dungeons. Oh, that's good. I thought this was going to be coming out with Merchant's Tale, but it looks like it's being added now, so you can use it in the previous deep dungeons as well. The following change has been made to the VNC Duty Finder. The variant dungeons and Criterion dungeons tabs have been changed to variant and advanced Criterion respectively. Players will now be alerted via the window if any corresponding record entries are available to read. Okay. Elegant Tomestones of Mnemonics have been added. Players can obtain 450 Elegant Tomestones of Mnemonics per week and carry a maximum of 2,000. Moreover, players can only receive Elegant Tomestones of Mnemonics after reaching level 100 with at least one Disciple of War and Magic. That's fairly standard Elegant Tomestone rules. Here's the kind of guide to what's going to be happening. So yeah, you can exchange any heliometry you have left or will have left on Tuesday for mathematics. So cap mathematics and cap heliometry if you want to start off with the maximum number of, well, mathematics in general. This will help you buy, like, materials for crafts, which you can either use or sell on the market board for profit. It helps to have maxed out these before the patch, because then you can get in early and sell as many for as high as possible. Duties changed. The duties list in Duty Roulette Expert have been changed as follows. They really need to change Expert Roulette. Just get rid of level cap dungeons and just have all of them in expert roulette for the duration of the expansion. I'm so annoyed with just having 2 dungeons. Like these dungeons last for like 8 months each. Like, please just let us do all of them, please. Following additions and adjustments have been made to GD roulette level cap dungeons. Underkeep has been added, yay! The required average item level to register has been increased from 690 to 705. Hell on Rails has been added to GT Roulette Trials. Sandoria the Second Walk has been added to GT Roulette Alliance raids. One thing I don't really get. When a new trial comes out, it instantly gets added to the roulette. But an Alliance raid only gets added, like, the patch after. Like, why is the new Alliance raid, like, not just in the Alliance roulette from the start? There must be some kind of logic to it, but I really don't understand. Following duties have been added to GT Roulette normal raids. Yeah, same with these. So I really don't get why it's just Alliance raids that are exempt. It's so weird. Following additions and adjustments have been made to GT Roulette Mentor. Yay! Yeah, so it's just the normal raids, Hell on Rails, Mistwake, your kind of standards. Yeah, this is just your general tombstone changes, so it's just you now get mnemonics instead of mathematics, and you now get mathematics instead of heliometry, but otherwise, same as before. Types of elegant tombstones receiving PvP duties have been adjusted. Yeah, same, basically. The number and types of elegant tombstones ordered for defeating elite marks has been adjusted. Yeah, this is just all the same. It's just the standard adjustments. I'm just gonna skip past these. Following trials have been added to Stone, Sky, and Sea. AAC Heavyweight and the Savages, Hell on Rails Extreme. Duty support has been added for the following duties. Zamel Darkhold and Aurum Vale, and then Mistwake in Dawn Trial, so the new one. I'm actually going to go through these, either on stream or just in separately recorded videos, because I really want to see what they're actually like. Like, what are the changes? Have they changed any aesthetics? Have they changed the boss mechanics? Have they changed the level layouts? Things like that. Oh, so here we're going to get some. Adjustments have been made to the following instance dungeons. The male Darkhold. Certain dungeon mechanics have been adjusted. The positioning of certain monsters has been adjusted. The All-Seeing Eye boss battle has been adjusted. The Tall Lord boss battle has been adjusted. The Patrol boss battle has been adjusted. And similarly in Aurum Vale, dungeon mechanics, positioning of monsters, the locksmith, the coin counter, and the miser's mistress have been adjusted. So this doesn't really tell us anything, just tells us stuff has changed, but not how. So I'm looking forward to going through this and just seeing. When using duty support, the Will to Live status effect granted in the following duties will now also grant healing over time. And this is the trials. When undertaking duties via duty support or the trust system, players will now receive the Willful status effect after being incapacitated by a boss and re-challenging the encounter. The Willful status effect is expended when a player will take lethal damage, allowing them to survive with 1 HP. When the effect is triggered, the player will be temporarily immobilized and the Will to Live status will be granted, restoring HP to full. Stacks of Willful are granted in accordance with the number of times the player is KO'd, up to a maximum of 5. Each stack allows the player to survive lethal damage once. The Willful status effect and any remaining stacks are removed upon defeating the boss. So this is basically just a grace system to allow you to push through a boss that you find particularly hard if you're playing solo / in a trust or duty support system. The only place... Okay, there are 2 places this would have helped me when I was first playing through the game. The first is in Doan Meg, the second dungeon in Shadowbringers with the first boss. I had so much trouble clearing that boss. Doan Meg is the only dungeon in the game I've almost timed out on. I got to the end, and I think it was literally like the last minute or 2 on the clock when I actually finished it. If I died to the final boss there, I would have timed out. But it was that first boss. That first boss was the pain point, because I didn't really understand how to actually do the mechanics and like avoid the water jets and things like that, so I just kept dying. The second time is also in Shadowbringers, and it's in not Katana Ravel, the dungeon Malika's Well. Also the first boss, the big armadillo. I kept dying on that one through not understanding its mechanics clearly. So yeah. So I'm happy about this. It's good for new or struggling players, like players who are either new to the game or players who are just honestly not very good at it, or just haven't got good at it yet. So this is just really nice. Good quality of life. Lawful status will also be granted to players from beginning the following duties via duty support, and it's just the ARR trials, basically. The icon of cover and covered status effects used by allied and enemy NPCs during certain duties and instance battles has been changed. Huh, okay. New items have been added in exchange for trophy crystals. Now for previous PvP series rewards have been made available for exchange. Yay! Series 9 will end and Series 10 will begin. I did not expect this to be the Series 10 mount. I knew we were going to get a mount in Series 10, but seriously? I was not expecting this. So, fun times. I guess this does mean that the Snowman mount is definitely from 100 victories in Warcourt Chota. Question on conflict. In the Bayside Battleground, players will now receive Swift Sprint status at their team's starting point, even if the opposing team has pushed the tactical crystal past their checkpoint. That's good. New items are available to exchange for commendation crystals. Oh. That's interesting. I think I missed that it was commendation crystals rather than trophy crystals. This is important because these are the things you get from ranked rewards. And so this will definitely, or at least hopefully, encourage people to play more ranked PvP, which is, I think, one of the huge pain points, at least on EU. If you don't climb the ranks in the first, like, week or maybe 2 weeks of a reset, like a season reset, you basically can't do it. Like, the queues are just dead after that point. So you just can't progress, and I'm hoping this will at least give ranked PvP a little bit more longevity. Season 17 will end and Season 18 will begin. When the season ends, top 300 ranking players, blah, 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 blah. Okay, yeah. This is just a kind of standard ranked PvP rules. Oh, but they've changed the rewards. So now you get, instead of getting 2 crystals, you get 5 crystals. And if you're in tier rewards, 7 crystals for Ultima, 5 and 3 for Crystal. I might try and climb because I actually don't want this, really, although I might change my mind because some of this is quite nice. That coat's pretty good, not gonna lie. I do really want the augmented Hellhound Gunblade for a particular Gunbreaker glam that I have. So I might try and get this, because they cost 2 crystals. So I may try and climb up PvP this patch, so I can try and get more crystals. Warcourt Chota Triumph has been added to Frontline. 3 teams of adventurers, each representing one of the 3 gun companies, will do battle in teams of 24 on an ancient Yokwi battle round. Yes, this is the new PvP map. Subject to changes in weather and the appearance of snow spirits, players must take both the blessing and burdens of the land in stride as they navigate the path to victory. Yes, fair. You can queue with up to 4 players. Triumph states. Triumphs will assume one of 4 states in the following order: inactive, activating, unclaimed. When a triumph is unclaimed, several fields of triumph will appear around it. Once a single team secures all fields, they will claim the triumph for themselves. So you have to get all 4 or all 3. Presumably maybe all 5. I'm not sure if we didn't see any representation of the 5-point ones in the live letter, so I'm not sure if there are 5-point ones in Warcourt Chota, but there are in the other Frontline maps, so it'd be kind of odd if there wasn't, but you never know. Triumph rank, B rank, A rank. Oh, there is, yeah, okay. I could have just scrolled down. There is an S rank one. That's good to know. So for weather, we've got snow. As time passes in a match, snow may begin to fall on Walker or Chirta. While snow is falling, snow spirits will appear around the arena to engage in a bout of mischief making. Snow soldiers. When snow spirits appear, they will cast soldiers of refrigeration to create snow troops of various sizes around the arena. These snow soldiers form obstacles that can be used to turn the tide of battle in your favor. Blessed Blast. When snow spirits are present, they will repeatedly cast Blessed Blast. Players caught in this blast will be protected by a barrier that nullifies damage. So this looks like it's blocking the bridge. So these can probably close off like different paths in the arena when they're active, which could be kind of interesting as a mechanic. Auroras. As time passes in a match, auroras may appear in the skies over Walker or Chirta. This weather condition causes the following two effects. Increases the likelihood that triumphs will activate at a higher rate, or as a higher rank, sorry. So that means you get more A ranks and S ranks, basically. Gradually fills the limit gauge of all players. Other rules. In addition to the above, there are a number of other mechanics applicable to all frontline campaigns. Oh. Retaliation. Incapacitated players will be returned to their Grand Company team's landing, where they will be allowed to rejoin combat after a short delay. This will not incur a weakness penalty. Oh, okay, that's like standard. Players are free to use mounts. Taking damage while mounted will be forced off and inflicted with the hooping at status effect for 5 seconds. Yeah, that's fair. Returns to the landing point. So this is just fairly standard. Limit gauge fills varying depending on your position. Battle High. Battle High has a status that increases damage dealt and HP restored by healing actions according to a player's knockouts and assists. Maximum rating is 100, and for every increment of 20, the status increases in strength. Being incapacitated will reduce the rating by half. Okay. In Walker Chirta Triumph, information regarding claimed triumphs and weather changes will be displayed in the battle log. Cool. Rotation of campaigns has been changed. Okay, so it could just be Walker Chirta in every match. This is interesting. I think they do need to maybe vary it up slightly per day, so have it be one or the other of a thing, rather than just like a fixed order like there is here. The duties available in Daily Challenge Frontline have been changed, so yeah, they've just added Walker Chirta. Triumph, items even. New items have been added, so this is the new Tombstone gear. I kind of like it. I like some of the weapons. I'm really curious. I really want to know what the Gunblade is, though. And that's not here. But there is the Dark Knight sword here. So this is the new crafting gear, which is nice. That's a really nice giant love greatsword. That's kind of fun. Following item names have been changed. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is due to the Chiron emote changes. Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to read all of those, but yeah. It looks like they've added dates, like in Roman numerals. That's like 2018, 2016. So I'm guessing that's the year that these actually came out on in-game. Following items now have 2 die channels. Oh yeah, this is the Heavensward relic weapons. So that's nice. All of the Heavensward relic weapons now have dual die channels. And so I think this is PvP gear as well. This is like PvP stuff that you can buy. I don't know about these. Oh! this is interesting. So these are the stuff that you get for the Seal Rock victories. Like 100 victories in Seal Rock gets you the coat. These were completely undieable before. So they've now gone from having no die channels to having 2 die channels, which is, to be honest, kind of wild. So yeah, this looks like it was a big update for Heavenswood relics and like PvP related items in terms of die channels. But Quetzalcoatl gear can now be purchased for Sacks of Nuts. This is expected. This is what happens when the final tier of gear comes out. The first set of tome gear, unaugmented, gets added to the Sacks of Nuts exchange. You'll still need to use the coins from Juno to augment it, though. At least until the next expansion drops. When exchanging crafted gear for tokens, H quality gear can no longer be submitted in the normal quality gear menu. Oh, that's nice. I did actually make that mistake once. Certain items can be sold, desynthesized, and submitted as expert deliveries, or used in material extraction. Nice. Following changes have been made to the glamour system. Equipment can now be glamoured regardless of class or job requirements. Weapons and tools must be glamoured with the same type of item, e.g. Dark Knight's arms with Dark Knight's arms, shields with shields, etc. Yeah, so you can't, like, change Viper weapons to look like a Reaper scythe, but you can wear you can glam your armor to look like Viper's armor on a Reaper. You can't actually wear Viper armor on a Reaper. Equipment can now be glamoured regardless of level requirements. Glamoured equipment will display regardless of your character's current class, job, or level. Following these adjustments, some pieces of equipment already glamoured that were not displayed in patch 7.38 or prior may display in patch 7.4 and onward. Equipment restrictions based on race, gender, and Grand Company affiliation will still apply. Number of glamour prisms or glamour dispellers in your inventory will now be displayed when casting or dispelling a glamour. Following adjustments were made to outfit glamours. Full outfit sets are no longer required when creating outfit glamours. The number of glamour prisms consumed when creating an outfit glamour will be based on the number of pieces added to the outfit. Yeah, this is really good. Also, it looks like it includes job gear now, which is really nice, because it was just level 1 glamour sets before, so this is really handy. This fixes a lot of the issue that I have with artifact armor, as it is sometimes known, and the fact that you can put the ARR artifact armor in the armoire, but you can't put any of the subsequent ones in the armoire. And being able to glam them all as like a single piece, like this does actually really help. Although it doesn't fix the issue with these not really being dyeable properly outside of the actual glamour plates. Number of pieces currently in the outfit glamour will now be displayed on each set in the outfit tab of the glamour dresser. If all possible pieces of an outfit glamour have been placed in the glamour dresser, the number of pieces will be displayed in orange. For outfit glamours with pieces missing, the number will be displayed in white. If you have stored a partial outfit glamour and wish to store extra pieces, you may do so by the following method. In the glamour dresser window, select Add Missing Outfit Gear from the subcommand menu. Select the outfit glamour option on the pieces you wish to store. This is good because this means you can store them separately if you want. I do want this on very specific pieces of equipment that I want to have a permanent dye on, particularly if the dye is expensive. For example, the jet black or pure white dyes, because they cost a lot of money. So sometimes I have pieces that are in outfit glamour stored separately from the outfit glamour more generally when I want to use one of those pieces of dye on it. Number of glamour prisms consumed will be based on the number of pieces added to the outfit glamour. Additional outfit glamours for gear implemented prior to patch 7.1 have been added, including job-specific gear, race-specific gear, and other miscellaneous fashion items. The option to simultaneously repair all currently equipped items, items stored in the armory chest, and inventory items has been added. Well, that's nice. Confirmation point when extracting materia has been removed. Yeah, that's probably useful. It was a bit of a weird window. It's like, do you want to extract materia? And it's like, yeah. The following additions and adjustments have been made to trial synthesis. Oh, just for clarification, this isn't when you like are pulling a piece of materia like out of an item. This is when you have 100% spirit bond and you're extracting materia and reducing the spirit bond back to 0. So this is not going to be for those of you who have pentamelded your gear and you are worried about losing a piece of materia. Following additions and adjustments were made to trial synthesis. The following settings can be adjusted when beginning trial synthesis. Starting quality and condition always normal. Okay, that's handy. I don't often use trial synthesis, but it's kind of useful to have that. You may now choose to synthesize only normal quality items when using quick synthesis. That's very useful. It was always kind of weird. Although, I don't know. I'd say, oh, so that means you only create normal quality items. Okay, that's interesting. New minor and botanist gathering points. These will be new legendary nodes that you need for the new crafting items. New items have been added to gathering points. Certain gathering points in Yaktel have been adjusted. New fish have been added. Woo! Fishers may now change their active bait while mounted. Oh, that's handy. Visual effects for precision and powerful hook set will now only be displayed when hooking fish susceptible to each skill. Huh. This is the handy visual reference. Time spent immobile after gathering has been reduced. That's going to be handy for going around all those ephemeral nodes. Level cap for desynthesis has been increased from 750 to 770. You may now choose to receive only normal quality items when desynthesizing. That's interesting. I guess that's just saving inventory space and things. It is a bit weird when you desynth like a whole bunch of stuff and then you end up with like 2 high quality items and then like 48 normal quality items or whatever. Following additions and adjustments have been made to Cosmic Exploration. Ethernet shards have been placed in Sinus Ardorum and Fiena. Oh my god, this is perfect. Attuning with these shards will grant you access to the region's Ethernet. Will be placed on Oithis as development of the star progresses. As patch 7.4, all Ethernet shards will be installed in Sinus Ardorum and Fiena. Okay, this makes sense. So basically, now this is really handy just for teleporting around. It's sometimes really annoying to get to specific points, even with the fast travel network on these places. So it's just really nice to know that there's now going to be some Ethernet shards. When performing stellar missions in the same star, a gold count will now be given based on the number of consecutive missions completed with the gold star ranking. Consecutive gold star ranks in Class A or higher or provisional missions will add to your gold count. Gold count progresses from 1 to 5, after which you receive superstar status. Accruing 2 golds or more will result in reward bonuses. Oh, this is really nice. I love this. Okay, I'm actually not going to bother getting the rest of the cosmic tools that I'm working on until after the update. Because, yeah, I want to take advantage of this. Following conditions will reset the gold count. Completing a mission with the bronze to silver grade, failing or abandoning a mission, undertaking a mission ranked lower than A. Following conditions will not affect the gold count. Undertaking a stellar mission of a different crafter or gatherer class, participating in a mega operative directive, abandoning your current stellar mission after being selected as pilot for a mech op directive, participation in a large-scale project, undertaking, completing, failing, or abandoning a critical mission, moving to another area. Please note that each star has its own individual gold count. If you're a crew count of 5 on Sinus Ardorum, the count will revert to 0 if you travel to Fiena, but your count of 5 will be preserved when returning to Sinus Ardorum. Okay. They didn't tell us about any of this in the live letter. This is actually really cool. When undertaking stellar missions, a message will now be displayed if the mission requires expert recipes. An exclamation icon will be displayed above the NPC Alaro when a mech ops directive has been issued. You may now speak with Leflader on Sinus Ardorum to walk to mission sites during red alerts. Additional announcements will be displayed before and during red alerts. The Exo tablet has been expanded in preparation for the artifact search features planned for patch 7.41. A portion of Cosmic Exploration explanation text, explanation, has been updated to correspond with the artifact search missions to be introduced in patch 7.41. The drone bits referenced in the updated description will be obtainable on Oasis, cosmic exploration destination to be added in patch 7.41. You will now be notified of initial progress upon arrival in a cosmic exploration area. This notification can be toggled on or off by accessing cosmic exploration settings in your Exo tablet and selecting the options under messages from the initiative. New mounts have been added. Yeah, this is 100 victories in Warcore Chirta, I have to guess. New Chocobo barding has been added. Hell on Rails Chocobo barding. We love to see it. If this is not Hell on Rails, I would be very shocked. New minions have been added. We've got the world's smallest German Shepherd and the world's largest British Blue Shorthair. New face wear. We've now got... I think this is the Thancred. Is this the Thancred, like, bandana thing? We thought he'd lost an eye and then he was just wearing it. The green mark will now be displayed in the face rail menu on items you have recently obtained. Graphical update. Model adjustments made to certain NPCs. Model quality, texture resolution, and material qualities of faces have been improved. Texture resolution and material qualities of gear have been improved. And the following gear is not very much gear this time, actually. Huh. Yeah, this is mostly just... This is... I don't know about these. But, like, these are all just Mog Station items. System. Multiple field instances, solution 9, living memory, and new areas in 7.4. So hunt trains for living memory will live on. Removing Ilmeg, Okopatra, and Shaloni instances. So, yeah, less hunt trains there now. Following additions made to achievements. New achievements and titles have been added. Okay, yeah, so this is just additions to the tank achievements from the new GDs. New retainer exploration adventures have been added. New items can now be obtained from quick exploration ventures. The strategy board feature has been added. Woo! Strategy boards are designed to help coordinate with party members and overcome challenging duties. They are created using a combination of icons, symbols, and markers, and can be displayed while undertaking duties and shared with fellow players. Players may create their own strategy boards or receive boards created and shared by other players. This feature can be accessed by a strategy board under Party in the main menu. Just how to create strategy boards. I don't know if I'm going to read this. I might go back to it, but this seems to be something that I want to play around with actually in game rather than just read the patch notes. So you can create preset strategy board, blank strategy board, and share code. So this is where you can just input a code from another player and it'll put it up. You can add and adjust different strategy board objects. To edit a saved strategy board, select the Edit Strategy Board from the Strategy Board List subcommand menu, or click the Edit icon in the bottom left. Okay. Adding objects, choose icons pertaining to the class or job of party members, enemy attack types, and other signs and symbols to add to the strategy board. These objects can also be repositioned, rotated, and resized. That's nice. Utilizing object layers. Placing to different object layers can be adjusted via the Object Layers window, with the list representing layer height in descending order. Multiple object layers can be selected from the list of the same manner that multiple objects can be directly selected on strategy boards. Okay. It's fair, you can save them. Up to 50 strategy boards can be saved at a time, with saved strategy boards displayed on the saved list. Folders can also be created to help organize saved strategy boards. Up to 10 strategy boards can be stored within a single folder. Reviewing strategy boards. Saved strategy boards can be reviewed while undertaking duties. Review strategies via your chosen strategy board subcommand menu or by selecting the review strategy icon on the bottom left of the preview window. When reviewing strategies, you can switch between other strategy boards saved within the same folder. You could freely adjust the size of the board. Okay. That's fair. Sharing. Share with party. Share created strategy boards or entire folders with current party members who will be notified upon receipt. Shared strategy boards will be temporarily saved to the shared list. Shared list. Up to 20 shared strategy boards can be temporarily saved to the list, which is accessible via the View Shared List button on the strategy board list. To permanently save a shared strategy board and thereby transfer it to the saved list, select Save from the board subcommand menu on the shared list window. So, let's see. If a shared strategy is shared with you in the shared list for capacity, the oldest one will be automatically deleted. Okay, and if you blacklist a player, you have to agree to see it, which is good, because it means they can't troll you with these. This is useful because it means that the temporary ones exist outside of the duty that they shared them in. I wasn't actually sure if that was the case, but that means that if you're progging, like, a specific duty, like, say, like an extreme trial or something, or like a particular savage fight a lot, like, you can probably keep most of the strategies in the temp one, at least initially, so that's actually really handy. Sharing strategy boards. Modify a strategy board together with party members. The option is accessible by selecting Share on the strategy board subcommand menu, then selecting Real-Time Sharing. While all players will be able to view the strategy board, only the players who initiate real-time sharing can make direct edits. Okay. Any changes made to the strategy board are saved automatically to the shared list of any player reviewing it. A command panel feature has been added. Woo! Command panel new interface that allows you to register various actions and commands. Each panel contains 25 slots, and a total of 4 panels are accessible. Any action or command that can be registered to the hotbar can be registered to the command panel. It can be found under Extras in the Actions and Traits menu. Okay, that's good. Register actions and commands. Mouse and keyboard. I might actually put G-pose in there, actually, so I can have an easy access to it without just having to type it in the bar constantly. Register actions and commands. Okay. Gamepad, open the hotbar palette, then assign to command panels. That's fair. Using the command panel. As a gamepad player, I kind of want to read this. It's fairly simple if you're a mouse and keyboard, I would assume. Use the directional buttons to select your desired command or action and press the X button to execute it. You can hold the Y or triangle button to move the cursor 2 slots, allowing for swift navigation. You can assign the command panel to left thumb click L3 or right thumb click R3 via gamepad customization. Under the gamepad setting, oh, that's really useful. I might have to deal with that, although that might interfere with anything that you have a duty action in, because that tends to be the duty action command. So we'll see. Command panel settings. You can access command panel settings in the 4 panel specific shortcuts by selecting the gear icon at the top right of the panel, or via the panel subcommand menu. Okay, so sorry. We saw these in the live letter, but they were in Japanese, so it's handy to have them in English now. Close panel upon executing actions. So that's kind of useful if you put things like sprint and stuff in there, so it means you can just press sprint and then it will automatically close. Open panel at mouse cursor position. Open last panel used. Disable dragging within command panel. So this is useful because there's 4 pages, and if you just open it generally, like without one of these individual slots, if you're on like page 4, it will probably open on like the 4th page, for example. And disable dragging, that's interesting. Command panel tint, this is like transparency basically. Clear white and clear green have been added to the theme settings. Don't know who asked for this. This is really gross. I'm sorry, it's just not a good green. I love green. Green's one of my favorite colors, but this green is not good. I'm sorry. I'm just going to move past it now. Following additions have been made to portraits. New accents and new poses. Yay! New portrait accents for adventure plates have been added. This must be a Walk or Chioto one. In fact, this is probably from the PvP series, actually, if I had to guess. I'm not really a huge fan of it, but I'll probably grind it out anyway. Following additions and adjustments have been made to group pose. Although given the mount, I have to look at what all the rewards are, because I'm not a huge fan of the mount this time. New stickers and group pose. Up to 200 stickers can now be placed on screen. Yay! Lighting no longer dims when switching to portrait mode. Portrait mode is now compatible with aspect ratios other than 16:9. Yay! Copyright information is now displayed in the bottom left of screenshots taken with portrait mode active. Okay. Patch logo frame has been updated with the patch 7.4 logo. Visual alerts and color filter settings can now be adjusted on console. That's nice. That would have been very useful for me when I was still a console player. Following additions and adjustments have been made to gamepad inputs. Using directional buttons to move the cursor now provides a smoother experience. Nice. Command panel can be assigned to left thumb click and right thumb click. I might do this. Like, this would be really, really nice. But I'm going to have to see how it works with, like I said earlier, with GD actions. Because these are the traditional GD action assignments. Following options have been added to the system configuration menu. Yeah, new gamepad settings for command panel. Following additions have been made to the system configuration interface on consoles. Accessibility settings tabs has been added. Character and object quantity pull-down menu has been added. Nice. You can add to the keybind. You can add strategy board and command panel. Toggle color filtering settings on console. Oh, it's a new command. So you've got /command panel, /strategy board, and /carry book, which is the new emote that we saw above. Oh. Okay. That's interesting. I didn't think they were actually going to change the commands, but that actually makes a lot of sense. Additions have been made to the auto translation dictionary. Additions have been made to the autocomplete dictionaries on console. New trophies have been added to consoles. I wonder what these are. I always like looking at the console trophies, because I used to try and get them all, and then I moved to PC, and now I'm just like, I occasionally log in and try and get some more console achievements. Large number of headphone equalizers and preset equalizers have been added to immerse spatial audio. Cool, that's fair. I don't really use any of these, and that's the end. So, pretty stacked patch, not gonna lie. Kinda happy about this. Looking forward to the job changes on Tuesday morning before the patch goes live. So I'll probably go over those then. But in general, pretty happy about this. Not gonna lie. Anyway, I hope you had a good time. I hope this was informative. And I hope you are also looking forward to 7.4 when it comes out in a few days' time. So thank you so much. This has been Laraika Laray, and this has been an FF14 News Post. Thank you so much, and have a nice day. Laraika out.